Hello everyone, my name is Bill and this is my Alaskan homestead. I've been working on this homestead for many years and it's finally getting to where I like it. I actually have a bunch of rabbits, but we'll be talking about them here later on in this video. This video is mainly going to be doing projects inside my cabin. My cabin is 12 by 16 with a 4-foot porch on it and a half loft. I have running water, I have septic, and I do have electric here. And also I have Starlink. Where is it? Right up there. I got Starlink right there. And then there's Snoopy right there. Run, Snoopy! My rabbits, this is Lola, Johnny Ringo right here, and then Babs right there. And then I have 4 girls and 5 boys in there. The 4 girls and 5 boys is what's left of their litter this spring. They had 12 babies in total. Lola had 8 and Babs only had 4. But they both were excellent mothers. I really love having these bunny rabbits. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last night for the rabbits. Yes, you heard that right. No, I'm not sending them all to freezer camp. I actually sold them to a gentleman. He's coming over tomorrow to pick them up. And I sold them the hutches and everything. What do you think about that? You think I'm making the right decision? Well, part of it is what's happening in my life right now. Let's put it that way. As most of you know, I have 10 acres of property up in Petersville, Alaska, which I'm selling. And then now I'm getting rid of my rabbits. I can't go into details as to why I'm doing all this yet, but as everyone knows, life happens, things change. So when the time is correct, I'll let you all know on why I'm doing this type of stuff. Good morning, bunnies. Today's a sad day for me. All of you are going bye-byes today. You're going to your new owner. What do you think about that, Lola? Hi, Lola. You're going to your new owner today. I'm really sad about it. Hey, Ringo. How about you bunnies? What do you think about that? You're getting a new home today. I'm actually sad about it. The new owner's supposed to be here later on today sometime. So I'll bring you back at that time when we load up the hutches and everything and send the bunnies to their new home. Not too long ago, I got a text message from the gentleman who bought all my rabbits. He's going to be here shortly, so I went and got all the stuff that I have, all the extra supplies, rabbit stuff. Just getting ready for him to show up to load up the rabbits, and they're off to their new life. Got it? I got it so it doesn't tip back. One should fit right here.
I want back in, dude. Yeah. Come on, man. I don't want to be a homeless bunny.
Snoopy has a friend. Goodbye, bunnies. I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, girls. Goodbye, boys. Bye. The bunnies are gone. I don't know what I'm gonna do without my bunnies, but it's for the best, and you'll all know eventually what's going on here. There is one bunny I did let go right here to give Snoopy a playmate. So I'm not totally without bunnies, but they're gonna be free-range bunnies now, not in the hutches and stuff. I have to admit, I am a little sad that the bunnies are gone. I really grew attached to them. I liked having the bunnies here. Nothing more I can do outside. Let's get inside and get back to working on some projects. It's actually a couple days later since the bunnies have left, and look outside. We got a bunch of snow last night. About 2 inches actually fell. Just because there's snow on the ground doesn't mean we can't do work inside. So let's start working on this first project. As you can see, I got black plastic on the walls here in the kitchen area and also over in the bathroom. What I don't have is any black plastic on this wall or the two side walls here. As you can see up there, the black plastic does come down 2-3 feet, and that's on both sides here. I need to finish putting the plastic on this, so let's get after this project and get the plastic installed. Now that I got all the stuff moved, I can climb up there and do the first thing I need to do. For those of you that don't know the reason why you put black plastic, well, just plastic on the walls, is I've been living in this cabin since fall of 2022, almost right around this time in 2022 I moved in. What happens is every winter, January, February, it'll warm up into the upper 30s for a few days in a row. I always get water that runs out of the bottom of the walls. What's going on is there's moisture in here just from living in here. Humans put off moisture. I'm cooking, I'm taking showers, stuff like that. Oh, let me get over here where the camera can adjust. Okay, there. Just living in a household, you put off a lot of moisture. And what happens is the moisture, even though this is paper insulation, the moisture gets around the paper and gets onto the sheathing on the outside of the cabin and condenses and freezes to the outside of the sheathing. So that's why you put up the plastic. It stops that moisture from going through the insulation and condensing onto the sheathing. Let's get the plastic up here and prevent that from happening this winter. The first thing I need to do is I spray foamed a lot of the cracks between the 2x4s. I need to take my oscillating tool and cut all this spray foam off so it's nice and smooth. Let's get after that and get that done. And sorry about the angle, since it's just me. I have to use a tripod, and I don't have very many options when I'm trying to record and do this. I got half of it almost done. I need to put a little bit of tape right over in that corner. And then I'm going to turn my attention to this half and hurry up and knock this out. I had to get different tape. I ran out of the red tape. I'm going to use this same Tyvek tape I have up here. It's not usually used on the inside, but it's used for the same exact purpose, but on the outside of a structure. So I figure if it's good enough for the outside, it'll work on the inside. And plus, that's the tape I have. I don't feel like driving 40 minutes to the hardware store just for a roll of tape. So I'm going to use what I have. Let's get back to work. Almost done with this sheet. This is definitely the hardest sheet because it's so high and got the angles and stuff. I keep hearing thumping noises, but it's just snow sliding off the roof. It's a couple days later and we're going to continue working on putting up the plastic. If you remember last time, I ran out of the tape. I had to use Tyvek tape. But while I was in town yesterday, I stopped and got some of the red tape to use. So let's get back and get some more plastic put up on this wall. Since it's just me here, I'm going to do this in 3 different sheets. I already got the top sheet on, then I'm going to put a middle sheet on, then I'll do the bottom sheet. So let's get this measured. So I'm thinking about, whoops. It looks like about 5 feet will work to the top of the door. I have everything from the top of the door and window up done on this wall, and I have this little piece over here done down to about the bottom of the window. So I need to do this area up behind the coat rack and then down along this side of the door. Let's quit wasting time and get busy. I decided to cut this piece 2 feet wide, which is about this wide between the door and the edge of the window. So let's get this piece put on. This was an important sheet to get up. I always had water come out down here on the floor. Right down there, there's water marks and everything. Water would always run out because this wasn't insulated very well. Wasn't protected by water vapor getting through the insulation. So very important piece to get on. Well, let's finish stapling this. I have this whole wall done. There's plastic up everywhere. It's all stapled up. However, I need some more tape for right in that area. And also right down there at the bottom of that piece in the corner there. Making good progress though. Now that this end wall is completed, I have 2 sections left to do, and I'm not looking forward to either one really. I have this wall, and I have to move the stairs and work around the heater. And then I also have this wall, but I have to work around my computer desk and everything, and I need to put a couple more pieces of blocking in there for a TV mount up there. So I'm not looking forward to either one, but they have to get done. So let's start working on this side over here. We'll get this side done. First thing, I got to move all this stuff and unhook the stairs and pull them out. So let's get that done. I got the stairs pulled out. Let's hope they sit there and they don't fall or anything. I did leave the one leg on it. The other side is screwed into the wall. So let's hope this doesn't fall or anything. Now I need to move over there, do a little prep work before I can hang up the plastic on the wall. I have the wall all prepped now. I had a little bit of spray foam to cut out. A couple nails were sticking out just a hair. Got all that done. Technically, I should remove the Toyo heater that I have so I can put the plastic behind, but I don't really have the means to do that right now. So I'm just going to cut around the Toyo. I don't think that little bit will matter this much here in this cabin. It's normally a very dry cabin. Plus, all the moisture rises. So it's down at the bottom. It's a diesel heater, which is a very dry heat anyway, so any moisture should be negligible down in that area. I'm just going to cut around it and just tape it to the wall around the heater. So let's get this piece hung up. It's 10 feet wide. This is should be about 8.5 feet wide, so I should have plenty to wrap around onto this wall. Let's get this installed. And I cut this long enough so I can come up on this plastic about this far or so, and it should be off the ground. This is a factory edge here, so I'm trying to line it up and make it look good. It's going to be pretty dark in this corner while I staple this up, so I'll catch up with you guys after I'm done here.
A few minutes later.
I have this piece hung, it's all stapled up. I cut around the board down there. I'm just gonna tape it right to that board and to the insulation where I have to, and call it good for the time being. So now let's get some tape on it. I'll catch back up with you guys after I'm done taping it. You've seen me tape up this plastic before, so I won't bore you with this time around. I'll catch back up with you once I'm done. As you can see, I got the plastic up. I got it all taped up, even way up there. You can see the line going across. I got it taped up pretty well around the Toyo. I don't have the entire thing taped up. You can see a little bit down there right in that area. But I think it's going to be good enough. Like I said, moisture rises. That's clear down at the bottom. Plus, that's where the heat is. So it's gonna, and the Toyo puts off a very dry heat, so should be fine. I'm not too worried about that little area not being taped up with plastic and stuff. If I ever pull the Toyo out, I'll make sure I put some plastic at that time, but until that happens, it's gonna stay the way it is. Only thing left to do is try to get these stairs back where they belong. Let's hope everything goes well and I don't get hurt. That's about where it goes. I'm going to put these boards back way I had them to, because the bottom is not connected to the floor. I don't want it sliding out on me, so I keep some boards here. So let me put these way they go. that. Couple of little pieces over here. Now I need to screw it to the wall in the two places and then screw that back down where it goes. Now that I got these two walls done, the only wall I got left to do is this one. And before I can put the plastic up, I have two pieces of blocking right here. I need to put two more right above it because I have a TV mount that I want to mount up there to hold a TV that it actually comes out and down. And I want to make sure I have something solid to mount the TV mount to. So I need to cut two more pieces of this blocking, which is 2x10s, and stick in there around that outlet. Let's get those done, and then I'll call it a night for tonight. I got to stand on my computer desk. Luckily, it's a Husky workbench, not an actual computer desk. Hopefully everything goes well. So 13 5/8. And let me check and see what this is. Oh, 14 5/8. And this one is, of course, 14 1/2. And I hope I can get these in. I got a bunch of wires running right through here. All the wires that go from the utility panel over to my outlets down there run right through here. So hopefully I can get these in. Let's see here. I think it's a 2x10, so it'll be tight. I have my board cut. Let's see if it fits in. And of course I don't have my hammer here. I think it'll fit. Give me 1 second. As the saying goes, if it doesn't fit, force it. If it still doesn't fit, force it even more. Perfect fit. And what this will do, it'll give me, from the top of the window frame, about 23.5 inches to mount that TV mount to. Now this other piece I gotta cut out around here. So I'll catch back up with you guys when it's ready to be installed.
A few moments later.
Looks like it should fit. So right here's the wires going through. Just need a little excuse me. Just need a little bit of persuasion. And now the hard part is getting it screwed in. Gonna have to come down through this way here and somehow try to catch this piece. Not sure how I'll do that. And then over here, I forgot I had a double piece right through here. And I think I'll just have to kind of go in at an angle. Because these are 3-inch and they barely come into here. I'd need like 5-inch to get all the way through. Well, this top one, I can definitely go like this. That's good and tight. And I guess this one I can do the same. There's that. Come on. And unfortunately, I wasn't thinking I needed more longer screws. I'm going to have to go out and get a couple and be right back in. I'd like to put another one right here and definitely one down here. And just like that, I got 2 screws. These are supposed to be self-tapping screws. I don't think they are. Come on. That'll be fine. A little tap. This part's done. All I got to do now is put the plastic on. I think that's going to be tomorrow, so I'll catch up with you guys then. It's a couple days later now, and right after I shot that last clip on a Wednesday, I was down here walking around. I wasn't up on the desk or anything when this happened, but I threw my back out really bad. So Wednesday night, I barely slept at all. And then on Thursday, I actually had my neighbor David, thank you David, he gave me a ride into Anchorage so I could go to the chiropractor and get my back adjusted and everything. So when I came home, I wasn't up to doing much of anything. It's currently Friday when I'm shooting this. I have the video almost all edited. And the only thing I have left to do on this part of the wall is just put the plastic up. But you've seen me put the plastic up on the other 2 walls, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I want to thank everyone for sticking around. All my new subscribers, I love you guys, and thank you so much for subscribing. And the people that's hyping my videos, thank you very much. It means a lot, and it actually, YouTube uses hypes to promote the videos even more. So thanks to everyone that's watching my videos, and I really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any more content. I got a lot more projects going on inside this cabin, so thank you. And until next week, have a great week.